Last-gasp winners, historic comebacks, defied expectations, unforgettable matchups, and astonishing finishes. The beautiful game of football has blessed us with many amazing moments that have long been etched in the memories of football fans. Watch the video till the end as we share with you our top 10 greatest moments in football history. Number 10. Zinedine Zidane's spectacular volley. 10th in our list is Zinedine Zidane's spectacular volley in the Champions League final. As is often the case, most footballers seldom use their weaker foot in front of the goalpost. However, the majority of players are not like Zinedine Zidane. The French genius has his own list of outrageous goals in championships, but arguably his most brilliant one came at Glasgow's Hampden Park in 2002. It came from a Roberto Carlos pass from the left side of the field. Zizzo had his feet solidly on the ground and his eyes fixed on the ball, while he stood side-on to the goal to volley the ball ferociously in the back of the net to help Real Madrid into an incredible lead and eventually win the Champions League final against a strong Bayer Leverkusen team. Number 9. Greece overcame Portugal in Euro 2004 final. Greece hasn't had much to show about in the world of football. However, the nation's triumph at Euro 2004 is widely hailed as a modern football miracle, one that looks all the more improbable when you actually look at the kind of opponents Greece had to face en route to the championship. Greece's striker, Angelos Charisteas, scored 3 crucial goals during Greece's ascent to the top, highlighting a strong defiance throughout the team's whole competition. Before facing the hosts in the final, the country defeated Spain, France, and the Czech Republic, and then finally winning the final against Portugal. This was one of the greatest underdog stories in the history of football. Number 8. Ronaldinho applause at the Bernabeu. In a match where Real Madrid had players like Iker Casillas, Roberto Carlos, David Beckham, Raul, and Zinedine Zidane, Ronaldinho well and truly outclassed every one of them, and his performance was so extraordinary that he received huge applause from the Real Madrid fans at the Bernabeu. Ronaldinho scored 2 spectacular goals and nearly controlled every aspect of the game, as no one was able to compete with him. The man had tremendous amounts of energy, speed, and originality. Number 7. Lilian Thuram's brace sends France to WC glory. Lilian Thuram amassed 142 international appearances for France in his amazing career. However, in all those games, he never scored a goal except against Croatia in the 1998 World Cup semifinal. He did not score 1, but 2 goals to make sure his team qualifies for the final. The former Juventus hero couldn't have chosen a better time to save his nation, especially since the World Cup was taking place on home soil. After scoring his second goal, Thuram's Man of Ice celebration became quite famous, especially considering how important the goal was. France eventually went on to win their first World Cup trophy in 1998. Number 6. Liverpool's epic comeback in the UCL. There's no denying that Liverpool has a remarkable past filled with amazing matches. The famed Reds completed one of the greatest comebacks in football in 2005. The team from Anfield were well and truly out of the Champions League final in 2005 with a 3-0 deficit to AC Milan at halftime. However, Liverpool never lost hope and got pumped up after Steven Gerrard's headed goal. Vladimir Caesar added a second to make the people's teeth chatter. The second goal was followed with a penalty on Steven Gerrard by Gennaro Gattuso, which was scored by Xabi Alonso. The tied score at the 90th minute mark forced a dramatic extra time period, which remained goalless. Eventually, Liverpool won the game on penalties to complete a historic comeback and win the European Championship. Number 5. Sergio Aguero's winner. Manchester City won the 2011-2012 Premier League with a last-minute goal from Sergio Aguero on the final day of the game. Manchester United, who had 3 points at Sunderland and thought they had just won the title, watched in horror as the Argentine forward slammed the ball into the QPR goal when his team were tied at 2-2 in the 93rd minute. This win and the Premier League title signaled the beginning of City's prospective period of domination. Number 4. Leicester City wins the Premier League. It would be an understatement to say that Leicester City's Premier League title win was one of the greatest moments in football history. This squad came out of nowhere and defeated team after team and reigned supreme throughout the 38-match-long campaign. This was highly unexpected from a team that won the championship after starting the previous season in 14th place. Number 3. Zidane headbutt Robert Materazzi. The 2006 World Cup was notable for a number of different reasons. It was more memorable as it was the last World Cup of many of the world's greats, particularly Zinedine Zidane. One of the best ever, Zidane had an astonishing World Cup and qualified for the World Cup final in 2006 with France. Zizou had the chance to move France closer to the World Cup glory for the second time in 8 years, but the dream ended with a moment of anger that will always be remembered. Zizou infamously headbutted Italy's Robert Materazzi and got a red card, making it very difficult for the French team to recover in the game, and they lost the World Cup final against Italy. This was Zizou's final World Cup performance, and he retired afterwards. Number 2. Lionel Messi's first goal for Barcelona. Lionel Messi is without a doubt the greatest footballer of all time. His career started when he made his debut for Barcelona in 2005. Messi, who was 18 at the time, scored his first goal for Barcelona against Albacete in Week 34 of the LA Liga. His first goal was made forever special as it was assisted by another great of the game, Ronaldinho. What's amazing in all of this was the fact that Brazilian soccer legend was said to pass the baton to his new teammate, and he did so figuratively as well as physically. Number 1. Diego Maradona's Hand of God. Number 1 in our list of greatest moments in football history is Diego Maradona's Hand of God. The Argentine legend scored countless amazing goals throughout his career. This was evident from the fact that 4 minutes after using his little pinky to push the ball past Peter Shilton, Maradona scored the goal of the century. Maradona's brilliance that day was attributed to some supernatural help. The goal he scored with his hand has long been etched in the memory of footballing fans. That is it from today's video. We hope you enjoyed the content of the video. If you did, show some love and hit that like button. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you never miss out on any of the amazing videos we have in store for you.